Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Gino with the I Blame crew. Not sure if I'm like too zoomed in. This is a pretty big camera here, so I'm actually kind of excited. I did actually get a call earlier today. It is like 9:30 in the morning. And I got a call today saying that my map sensor is in. So shout out to Subaru for that. It came in a lot quicker than I actually expected. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. I'm also gonna give you guys, some sound clips and whatnot as to, how my car kind of sounds right now, and hopefully, it'll be a lot better once the map sensor comes in. Oh, that's right. I'm not gonna get a cold start because I actually used it. Not mistaken, parts is on the left side. So I just got here to Subaru parts, or at least Subaru in general. I'm gonna go inside. I'm not gonna take the camera. I'm just gonna come out here, maybe do the unboxing or whatnot, or maybe I'll just wait, grab my homie, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, finally got the part here. It's actually a very, very tiny box. It's in here. Got the receipt with me in the case that it doesn't work, but fingers crossed on this one. I've been told it's literally just a plug and play. I'm gonna head to Angel's house and hopefully maybe set this up if we have time. Alright, guys, we got the homie here. It's a beautiful day, got the birds chirping, and we're about to put this in. I think the camera should pick it up. Alright, so this actually has to come out from the front.
Is it hot? It's probably hot.
Oh, that's a big problem.
What?
We might not be able to do this right now. Feels bad.
Why?
Because I forgot I took the screw off, so it's actually one of these. That's an 8mm. Feels bad, man. I just want to compare this real quick, though. This is a stock. This is how it's supposed to look like. You got leaves all over this too.
All right, so right there, that is a 3-bar map sensor, and he actually has the 2-bar, and of course
2.7 bar.
2.7 bar, and it's kind of just
OEM.
Yeah, it's OEM. It's not exactly needed to have a 3-bar. Now you're pushing crazy power if you're using a 3-bar, and on top of that, most likely you don't really care about your engine if you're pushing that much power. Yeah. And like we said, it's our dailies, and that's not exactly the goal with these, unless if we get a nice daily in the future. But definitely what we're gonna need actually is he removed a screw already on the map sensor, and we're gonna need a 8mm. I don't know if that'll go ahead and focus. There we go. So we actually need a 8mm to go ahead and replace that. Definitely really quick, and we're pretty excited to definitely show that real quick. It's not something crazy or anything like that. Definitely a plug-in, a screw or two, and then go type of thing. Like we said, we're learning things as we go, so pretty much we're kind of just hoping that the car doesn't need to be remapped, or some sort of tune, OEM tune, to make sure that the OEM map sensor is going to work properly. We're actually going to go ahead and get off to work right now.
This is our daily routine of driving to work.
Bad habits. Bad habits, man.
You and me, this is good habits.
We do have a pretty long work schedule, so we run into definitely eating in the car most of the time, or even we don't really go to many places during lunch. We kind of just do a lot of planning, and we just eat out in the car.
Do you think it's illegal to eat while driving in some states? I feel like it would be considered like distracted driving.
I don't know about eating. That is a good question. Okay, so that is a question for us. We'll probably end up finding out ourselves, but eating in the car, No cell phones. Cell phones have definitely been pushed pretty hard here in Florida.
Everywhere.
Like that's a huge thing.
You know,
right
Florida is one of like the last states to like regulate like cell phone.
Yeah, for sure. And I think
it smells all nice and like orange.
Citrusy right now, yeah. But like definitely the biggest thing is like if a cop sees you on the phone, like that's just an automatic ticket now. Like if you're, especially if you're talking on the phone. I mean, everyone knows that if a cop sees you like maybe dabbling on like Twitter or something while you're driving, I mean, if I was a cop, I'd pull you over.
Yeah, you seen that one post where this guy, I guess he made like cookies of like an iPhone.
An iPhone?
So like he would wait for cops to pull him over, and then he'd be like, "Oh, I wasn't on my phone. I was eating my cookie." And he like takes a bite out of it.
The ultimate meme.
Yeah, it's a big troll right there.
Big memes.
You know, normally when we're on our commute to work, I don't want to get any red lights, but I do want to eat this tangerine before it gets warm in my hand. So please, if I can get just one red light, just one.
We're actually kind of tight on time.
Yeah, we are.
We've got about 60 minutes to get there, but we're not too far.
We'll get there on time.
But yeah, definitely what I went ahead and I ordered last night was a Y pipe for my 370. I did say that my first game plan was definitely doing like a Tome exhaust. I went with the ISR pipe. There was a big like just research that I was trying to do based off of like I want to say if I want the flex joints in there or not. I mean, it is a manual car, whether it's rear wheel drive, front wheel drive, all wheel drive, which is less impactful if you're driving an all wheel drive car, for example, a WRX Evo, and you do a downpipe that doesn't exactly have the joints or there's no joints in your exhaust. It's not as impactful, being that your whole exhaust system is linked up to an engine and a different where the impact zones are. I want to say they already have things that keep everything attached. What's the word? Something it's not impact. It's like it's basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is your exhaust system, when it's connected to the headers and it goes up to the engine already on an all-wheel drive car, it's already hooked up towards almost close to the turbo, obviously. So you're already having all these things causing stability to the point where having flex joints on your downpipe or in your exhaust in general it's already taken care of. So you can get away with not having flex any flex pipes in your exhaust. But what I went ahead and did, I ordered the ISR Y pipe from ISR Performance, of course. I use Juku Racing. I don't have an estimated shipping date just yet. I literally ordered it this morning, but it will be coming in soon. Definitely, I guess the game plan is I'm just debating whether or not I should install it before I get the Tome exhaust, which should be some time from now. Being that I could definitely get a little, it's not gonna be noticeable, of course, but there will be some improvements regarding slight performance and of course sound, which is something that I'm definitely trying to grab.
I mean, for anyone wondering how the food vlog's going, it's just a little bit bitter. It's like bittersweet, maybe not fully ripe, I don't know. It could also be the fact that I brushed my teeth not too long ago.
True. But yeah, so I definitely want to go ahead and give a review somewhat on the Y pipe, because I think that would be pretty cool. I think forming opinions and definitely how we feel about things is the big truth. Making sure that you guys know how we really feel about everything that we do about our car, no hiding. Make sure that if you do end up going with the product that we have, you're gonna know the ins and outs of it and the pros and the cons, because last thing is that we wouldn't want you to go ahead and follow in our path, if anything, or get a similar mod or specific part, or like for example getting an ISR Performance Y pipe, and you get in, it's like, oh, they didn't run into this problem, or they never mentioned that this is a con of having this Y pipe. But that's pretty much it. We're about to arrive at work right now. Actually, we're about to pull in.
Clearly it's gonna be nighttime now. We made a very big difference from like early in the morning to like middle of the night. So what we're actually gonna do here, we wait a little bit for the engine to cool off. It's not really required, but we are trying to be a little bit safe here. So when it comes down to that, we're gonna actually just do it with our hands. This isn't that tight. I do have a ratchet here, but I don't feel like using it. I literally can just do this with my hands. So this is the stock map sensor, or not the stock, I mean the aftermarket map sensor I have here, if you want to take a look at it and exactly where it is on top of the manifold. And I'll show you kind of the difference side by side here with how the OEM one looks like. Very similar, but
focus. There we go. Oh, that's actually nice. All right.
All right.
So that was OEM. He got that from Subaru. He mentioned earlier. And this is what it looks like. This is the aftermarket one that he obviously had on the car.
This is the only one bolt that you got to take out right here that I literally loosened up already for for everybody's sake.
But yeah.
And now we just take it out, and I think the hard part isn't even going to be like taking this out. I think it's literally just, oh, okay, well this was already disconnected, so that's lovely. There we go. So you can see this, how that looks.
Pretty much similar.
Very, very similar. If you want to notice like closer details, I don't know if it's focusing or not.
Yeah, it's good right there.
So this middle part right here is going to look a lot different, and you'll kind of notice that in a second here. So this is how this middle part looks like. So definitely a lot cleaner. Let's go ahead and put this in.
The other one had like a white tip.
Yeah.
And the rubber band around it wasn't red, but
literally just a quick click in, and it's literally plug and play. If you want to take a look real quick before we move it around. And obviously, like, this cable would just go in it. Now, one problem is this really shouldn't move around too much. All right, and I'm just gonna tighten it here. Doesn't move, doesn't rattle around. It's all in, perfect. Now we just start up the car, reset the access port, and hopefully it works. If not, then give up on the car, throw it away.
One and done, lads. But I would say pretty much, well, you're gonna let it idle for a little bit. You're gonna have to restart your car when you let the access port do its work.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll down the windows because I might have to reset it. I don't know, but we'll kind of figure it out. We're gonna turn this car on. You're gonna see it's gonna be very dirty, and keep in mind, because the access port is, or not the access port, because the sensor was already kind of not what it's supposed to be, you'll see a lot of these lights, check engines and whatnot. So that's what I mean. Now let me grab the access port, reset it, see what it requires. Go ahead and troubleshooting. Reset ECU. So I'm gonna reset the ECU, see if okay. Turn the off position for at least 15 seconds. You want to count that? We'll do the 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi.
What's the brand of your flash tune?
It's the only flash tune known to Subis.
All right,
it's the Cobb access port. It's the Cobb access port, man. Come on. All right, so I think I can turn it back on and see if that works. Oh, so it's taking this little time, which is good. Good sign. Now all these check engine lights are still on. Oh, okay. The check engine light went off.
All right, so far check engine light did go off. Sounds good.
Okay, the brake system for some reason is still going off.
Which light is still on?
No, it's just a brake system, but door open. Wow, most of the lights actually went off. So far, that's a really, really good sign, actually. So I'm really happy about that.
When did it normally cut off? Like 3.5?
Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna let it sit around a little bit. All right, fun fact. Once upon a time, I tried putting this engine cover back on while the car was running, but I was so focused on like trying to get it in the hole that I actually touched the belt.
Touched the belt.
I didn't hurt myself. Nothing happened, but it startled me because I wasn't even paying attention to it. So yeah, just always pay attention to what you're doing.
How did you burn yourself?
Nah,
Belt.
I didn't burn myself. Get your ass in. Oh, it's in. Okay, that's all you had to do.
Damn. All right. So first thing, what did you notice so far?
All right.
Lights. What lights changed? And
Okay, so literally all the lights were going off. It was a Christmas tree in there. Come on. Let's see. The hill assist, the ABS, all that kind of stuff. The check engine light, everything was going off. So again, Christmas tree full on. I think the only thing that actually went off there was the brake system, but I feel like that might just have to be something that I may have messed up back a while ago. But we'll take a look at it, I'm sure, if I do see any consistent issues with that. But the more important part that I have noticed is that this car isn't actually like backfiring. So normally when it backfires, you'll kind of hear it. You'll hear it in like the pops and bangs and that kind of stuff. Whereas right now it's actually just revving up like a normal car would. And definitely the gas pedal just felt completely different because
it's not as congested.
No, when I was driving it and as I was putting, gas in it before when it was broken, and I want to say was broken because I'm hoping it's fixed now. So when it was like that, then the gas pedal actually felt completely different. It felt inconsistent. Sometimes the car wouldn't even rev up if I was like pressing on the brake. So yeah, that's really interesting, and it was very inconsistent. Sometimes it was super light, so I would like literally touch it and it would like rev up pretty quickly. But now it actually feels like it has, like a percentage onto the pedal. So I guess I'll tell you more stuff when I actually drive the car.
You look hella skinny. You look really skinny.
I feel like I look fat today, actually.
You look like crazy skinny today.
How dare you?
Like to your ribs, bro. See
My
that shit
ribs?
sticking out of your shirt.
Look at my ribs, that's my stomach, look at that.
So pretty much tomorrow, we'll be going to the gym in the morning, and we'll get the full experience of like what the true results was with this install. I think that's a big thing. We're just gonna cut forward to tomorrow morning with the gym priorities.
Yeah. So oh, wait.
So if you guys were wondering,
the light literally stayed on here.
We left one of our LEDs in the car. We were gonna do some low-key LED.
Yeah, the LEDs, yeah. I wanted the red LEDs, but this works too.